Hello everyone, this is Easy Natural English with Liam, and today I want to talk to you about how to have a video conference in English, or perhaps even just a video chat with your friends. So I'm going to give you general advice for business situations and for casual situations, and ways to talk when you're trying to speak through the internet, which a lot of us are doing at the moment. So I thought this might be useful. So you're probably using Zoom or Skype or something like that. So of course, the first thing you want to do when you connect to the person, of course, you say hello or hi. And then what a lot of people do is check the technology is working okay. So a lot of people will say things like, "Can you hear me?" or "Can you hear me okay?" So can you hear me okay means, can you hear me at a good level? Can you hear me okay? Can you see me okay? Is our connection okay? So you can use any of these phrases, and it's a good way to check before you start talking that they can actually hear you. And then once you realize you're connected, then of course it's good to ask them, how are they? So it's good to say, how are you? How are you doing? Or how is your day today? Any of these kind of phrases that you have probably learned before. And I've talked a lot about in other videos and other podcast episodes about how to do that naturally. So today I won't go into that. And then it's a good idea to, especially if it's a business call, if you're talking to your friends, you can just start chatting like, what have you been doing recently? Have you seen any good movies recently or something? But if you're in a business chat, it's probably a good idea to to check what you are talking about today. So if you are calling them, then it might be good to say, I'm calling you today because I want to talk about da 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 da. So it could be like, I'm calling you today because I want to talk about the project we are working on together, or I'm calling you today because I want to talk about this year's sales figures or something like that. So it's good to just check what you're talking about so they know why you're calling them and they're not just sitting there thinking, why have they called me? You could also use the phrase, I'd like to go over blah, blah, blah. So go over is a natural phrase we use to mean like, let's talk about all the details of this project or something. So I want to go over last week's figures or something. It means let's discuss that topic. And then another some important phrases that you need when you're having a conference call is things to say when you're having connection problems. And actually, I thought that perhaps this is one of the most important parts of this episode because, I teach English online. If you want to take a lesson with me, there's a link below the video and also in the podcast description. But when I'm teaching online, when we have connection problems, I realize that a lot of my students don't know what to say because perhaps this is not in textbooks. It's not a common thing usually, like losing connection. So when it happens, a lot of students realize, I don't know how to talk about this. So what can you say? If you're talking to someone and they're like, and the signal is going in and out and you can't hear them clearly, we say, you're breaking up. We say, you are breaking up. Or you can also say the connection, the audio is breaking up. So breaking up because it's breaking into sections. You see, it's like a bit and then a bit and then a bit. So we say, sorry, you're breaking up. I can't hear you. So it means the connection is going in and out. And also you could use that expression. You could say the connection is going in and out. So it's coming and going. Yeah. You can also simply say, I think we have lost connection. And of course, at these times, it's good to use the phrases we had at the beginning. So I think we've lost connection. Can you hear me? Can you see me? Hello, can you see me? Can you hear me? Yeah, I think we have lost connection. And you can also, if the video suddenly stops, and the person is not moving, you can say, I think the video has frozen. And you can also say, the video is freezing. If we say the video is freezing, it normally means like one position and then moving to another frozen position and then another frozen position. And then we usually say the video is freezing. If it's completely stopped, then we normally say the video has frozen and it's not moving anymore. And then when you feel like the connection has come back again, you can say, I think we lost connection. You see, so if it's happening now and you can't hear them, then we say, hello, I think we have lost connection. So we use present perfect because it means it's true now. We still don't have connection. And then when it's connected again, hello, yeah, I can hear you now. I think we lost connection. And then you use past simple to talk about what happened just a moment ago. So I think we lost connection. You can say, I think we lost connection there for a bit. I can hear you again now. Or it's okay now. Can you hear me again now? Can you hear me again now? So to check with them. And then when they say like, yes, I can hear you, then it's good to check what they were saying. So if they were talking, it's good to say, can you say that last bit again? So if you didn't hear what they were talking about because the connection went bad, you can say, can you say that last bit again? I couldn't hear what you said before, or I didn't hear what you said before. Can you say that last bit again, please? You could also, if you want to be clear about where you lost connection, you can say, I lost you after you said, and then say what they said. So for example, if they said, next week we need to, then you lose connection. And when you connect again, you can say, sorry, I lost you after you said next week we need to, and then I couldn't hear after that. Yeah, so you can say I lost connection after you said, or I didn't hear you after you said, and you can tell them, where they need to start again from. You could also say, what were you saying? Sorry, what were you saying? We lost connection. What were you saying? And if it was you that was talking, then it's good to check with them that they heard what you were saying. So you could say, could you hear what I was saying? Could you hear what I was saying? Should I start again? Should I say that again? Did you hear me before? So it's good to check with them that they heard what you were saying. So that's a little bit about connection problems. Hopefully you don't have too many, but it happens a lot with the internet. Once you have talked about everything you wanted to talk about that day, then it's good to sort of summarize or sort of conclude, have a conclusion to your discussion, especially when it's in your second language. So if you're watching this, English is obviously not your native language. So sometimes it might be difficult to understand what the other person is saying. I know this is something I always do when I'm speaking Japanese on the phone. Sometimes I'm not very sure exactly, or I want to just be sure. So I always just clarify at the end. And clarify means make clear, make sure. So I say, like, I just want to clarify. Did you say blah, blah, blah? So this is very good to do, especially if you're not that confident in English. It's good to check that you have understood what the point of the call was, or if they had any important messages for you. So if you just want to check you understood correctly, just say, I just want to clarify. Did you ask me to send you the document? Or I just want to clarify, we're talking again on Monday, or something like that. So it's good to use that phrase. And you could also say, am I right in thinking that we are meeting again on Monday? Or am I right in thinking that you are going to send me the figures? So it's another way to check that you have understood. You could also say, just to check, did you say blah, blah, blah? So yeah, it's probably good to clarify. Yeah. Or you could also simply use the word so. So you could say, so we are going to talk again on Monday, or so I need to send you the document before Friday. So it's also a simple way to clarify things. Then at the end of the conversation, again, if it's a business call, it's good to say, thank you for your time today, or thank you for speaking with me today. It's like a nice, polite phrase to say to someone. You can say it to your friends if you want to. We usually don't. We usually just say like, okay, cool, catch you later. But yeah, if you're on a business call, it's probably good to say that. It's nice and polite. And then, you can just say, okay, speak to you again soon if you're planning to speak again soon, or see you soon if you think you're meeting them soon. Or just again, clarify like, okay, so I'll send you that document before Friday or something. And then, okay, goodbye, thank you very much. Also, you're welcome to say, have a nice day or something. And that's basically it. That's how you have a call. I say that's basically it. It's quite difficult to talk to someone through a video or through a phone in another language. It can be a bit challenging, but do your best. It's something a lot of people have to do at the moment. So hopefully these phrases can help you to do it a bit easier. If you're watching the YouTube version of this, then let me know in the comments if this was useful. Also, let me know if you have any extra phrases that might be useful for students that I didn't think about. If you're listening to the podcast, don't forget to follow, review on YouTube, subscribe and like. And I will see you all back here next time.